goal is to bring you your next favorite band. So now moving on to an incredibly special opportunity that we have. We have two more guests to bring on the show. And they're allowing us to kind of world premiere this song and this video. So let's welcome to the show Alex Radus, George Hrab, the Christmas Sweaters.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Bob, nice to be on the winter summer fest.
Summer solstice.
So
yes.
Nice to be here, Dave. We really appreciate it.
They're going to get your
Thanks,
stuff right.
Buddha.
So let me get into why this is what's happening.
No. Let them just figure it out on their own.
I need to own up for this.
You got a deep dive for the B-side information there.
No, it's even on all of the promotion.
Oh, is it? I didn't even see. Is it on all of the promotion? The wrong band name? Is it on all of the promotion there,
yes.
Bob? I really appreciate it. It's okay. Hey, mistakes happen, Fred. That's the way it goes, dude. I understand. We all got busy schedules. I know you and your wife, Samantha, are really busy with your kids.
And
Chris and Donna and Jimmy Jr. So I understand that we're all busy.
The other aspect of it is social media won't let you change anything. So it's like,
oh, of course not.
It got locked in as the ugly sweaters.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice.
They're just the Christmas.
Who you calling ugly?
Exactly. Well, so he sends me that note. He's like, "Wait, who you calling ugly?" And it hit. Like, it was like that moment in Usual Suspects where it all hit, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I realized it was literally everywhere, and I was like, I can't do anything about this. I could change the text.
Kaiser's so wrong.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with a
screenshot of the notes apology, like all the celebrities do. To bring
exactly
it all
right,
back together.
Massive apology to the Christmas sweaters. And and again, super appreciate still the ability for you to allow me to do this anyway. But the story here is you're two highly accomplished singer-songwriters yourselves. You've come together
1.5
to release this music, and you recorded it. It comes up again at Godfrey Daniels back this summer, and was able to be there for that because I was excited to hear what this was going to be, and it is awesome. Like, it is just, how many tracks? I was going to say a number, but it's not worth it. It's like 16?
18.
Yeah, 18.
17 and a bonus track.
Nice.
Although one is banter, but it's really good banter.
Yeah. And let me just tell you,
not as good as this
again,
but good.
Again, we love the originals. We love having new stuff, especially with a holiday like this, to be able to kind of bring that to the forefront. And this is, as we just said, 17 plus a banter of brand new stuff that you've never heard before. And it is so genius and it's so brilliant, and backed with the chops as well. Like, so it's not like just, sometimes you listen to parody or comedic music and it's like, it's funny the first time, but then it's not worth listening to. With this here, it is worth listening to and singing along to, because the musically, the sonic aspect of it is also amazing. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about kind of how this this union came together, and then where some of the songwriting came from.
Yeah, so I'll I'll kick it off. So this goes back to me doing some box store shopping in like 2021, kind of first time in a box store in like a year and a half or whatever after the pandemic. And the shelves were just overflowing with stuff. There were people everywhere. And I just couldn't, I walked in there and I just wasn't ready, and I just couldn't get out of there fast enough. And just all of my kind of discomfort and rage got taken out on like the really bad box store holiday music that was blaring out of the speakers. And for some reason, that's where all my rage got focused. And as I was driving home, I was thinking, I can do that too. I can write really terrible holiday music. And by the time I got home, I had what turned out to be, a song we played together, already done by the time I got home, a little tune that we like to call Smells Like Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of snowballed, pun intended, to another song, another song called Parts of a Reindeer, which sort of celebrates the many different parts of reindeer and how festive they are. And
delicious they are.
Delicious. Their skin makes great banjaleles.
Yes.
And so, and then finally, another song came to me, you know, being very nostalgic about when it used to like snow and be cold in the winter.
Winter. I remember that.
Yeah, and so by the time I got the third song, I was like, "Oh, this is a thing.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to do something now."
Yeah, one is just like like an anomaly. Two was,
Yeah.
luck, and maybe three is okay. We've got a pattern forming.
And they were like good bad songs, you know,
Yeah.
and they were earworms. And
100%.
so around that time, I was starting to kind of get to know George, who's a great songwriter and a really quirky and intelligent songwriter. And I thought, I don't want to do this thing, I don't want to walk down this dark path alone. I want to bring somebody as crazy as me along for the
Kicking
ride.
and screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I pitched him the idea, and, it turned out to be as foolish as I thought he might be. And he was like, "Yes, I'm in." And we booked a gig with basically those 3 songs. And then
And 8 weeks.
And 8 weeks. And then we just started writing like crazy.
But now it's not wintertime. Now it's like April, May, right?
Well, no, so we booked our first show was last year around this time.
Oh, okay.
And we booked it with, like I said, like 3 songs in the can.
Got it.
And then just went on this writing frenzy. And
a year went by after that initial pitch. Like the first pitch happened.
Yeah.
We missed Christmas. We went around the horn. We came back August of last year. And I think that's when Alex got back in touch. Like, remember that Christmas idea? I was like, yeah, we should do it. Yeah, I booked a gig. Okay. Let's start writing some stuff then. We have what, 7 weeks, 8 weeks? Okay. And what was great was, and I don't think either one of us would have ever gotten as much done, but each one of us would sort of like look at our inbox in the morning, and Alex would have sent me this great tune that he wrote the night before, and I'd be like, shit. And then I would I'd have to like muddle through and try to get some ideas down, and I'd send it to him, and he would look at it the next day or following couple days later, and we had this back and forth going of almost daring each other to go, and we got 18 songs. I mean, for that first show, I think it was 15 songs,
something like that. Yeah.
And then for the second show, we had 18 songs, which is like unheard of, and they're all different and they're all fun, and you're very generous, Phil, in terms of, I think they are. There's so much horrible, funny holiday music,
right?
And the fact that I made that little quote sign just makes my spleen cave in. But it's like, there's so little of it that is of any kind of value, that it's this open, massive sort of market that we just, good songwriting with clever, hopefully lyrics and funny stuff that, like you said, it's not just one joke. It's not grandma just getting run over.
Right.
Like, we got it. Okay. Yeah, and that's 7 minutes of that.
Right.
There's hopefully a little bit of depth. And for me, what was really interesting was a lot of the songs took these sort of sentimental turns
100%.
where, they were like, they started very kind of snarky.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, one, the famous one is not the famous one, but the one example I've done a lot is we have a song called "All I Want for Christmas Is Free Parking."
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's being snarky towards the Mariah Carey,
right.
All I Want for Christmas Is You. It has this kind of Paul McCartney flavor to it, synthy flavor to it.
Sure.
But, and so the protagonist is sort of talking about, oh yeah, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I want free parking. That's all I want. But at the end, and I remember calling Alex almost in tears, because I wrote the final verse, and I realized that the protagonist of the song, the reason he wants free parking is so that his friends can come visit him.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I got so overwhelmed that like it took this beautiful, like non-snarky, like, don't give me a gift, just visit my place, and if you need to park, I hope you'll find a space. That's why I want free parking. And I was like, oh, so I don't, so you get away from that kind of box store snark, relativism, into something that's a little bit more sentimental. Alex wrote this song about, I had pitched this very quick idea. I said, like, a gingerbread HGTV, like a gingerbread house, but like HGTV, like mm-hmm. they're rebuilding it or something. And I was going to be, do that. And then literally like 8 hours later, Alex wrote this gorgeous thing called Home Sweet Home.
Yeah.
of this gingerbread person coming back to their house, and it's gone.
It's all crumbs.
It's all crumbs, and it's just beautiful.
totally wasted this really beautiful melody on this song.
I know that's what you said that night. You're like, I wasted this melody.
Yeah,
but it's not
so
wasted
true.
at all. Like it's so good. So there is an upcoming performance. So let's highlight that here, and we can repeat it again after we play a song. But it is going to be at the IceHouse, yet another awesome, iconic Bethlehem venue. And it's going to be on Thursday, December 19th.
Thursday before Christmas. That's right. The 19th.
Absolutely.
Yep. And it's our album release concert as well.
There you go. So let me bring it up here. Because what you can do is go to icehousetonight.org, and then you'll find it in the event calendar. And so,
look at the name of the band there. That's like,
see, it would have been so easy for me to just read. And you can click on this link here, and it will bring you to where you can purchase your ticket.
Now we have to say that this is being presented by WDIY, who has been an unbelievably generous sponsor. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary next year. So
wow.
The local NPR station is celebrating 30 years next year, and they got in touch with us, and they wanted to kick off 2025 a couple weeks early by sponsoring and presenting our kickoff show, our show to kick off the year of 30 years of public radio here, and the great, wonderful WDIY. We're going to be on a couple times, actually. We're going to be taking over next Monday. We're going to be taking over the station for an hour. We're going to be playing our favorite Christmas, not stuff that we wrote, but stuff that influenced us.
Nice.
Alex picked 5 songs. I picked 5. We're going to do that. Plus, we're going to be on another show.
17th.
The blend on the 17th. We're going to do 3 tunes live. So WDIY, we have to say that, as local musicians, they have been so incredibly supportive.
They are wonderful.
And we really appreciate it.
Part of the music scene. So thank you to WDIY for all that they do all year round, but also for this opportunity to help bring the Christmas sweaters some additional sunlight. Let's play one of the songs. This was the one that night struck me the most, as far as it being that combination of brilliant songwriting and brilliant lyric writing. And so
this is Alex's genius, by the way, too, because this song, this was a new one we hadn't done at the previous concert. This was probably completed 2 days before we did it.
Wow.
So like we're like, this is a brand spanking new song.
Yeah, this is probably like under maybe the 5th or 6th time I ever even played this song.
Yeah, and listen how he nails it. It's just great. It's just so good.
So here, take it and enjoy John the Christmas Hero.
A lot of debate over whether or not this is really a Christmas story, and I'd like to settle that tonight, because it obviously is. It was Christmas time in the city of angels. We gathered to share a little cheer. The decorations were strung over Nakatomi Plaza, as befits this special time of year, when what to our wondering eyes should appear but a bearded man dressed in a fancy suit. But he wasn't very fat, and he wasn't at all jolly. His friends had guns and they started to shoot. We needed a Christmas hero, a die-hard Christmas hero. He was a New York City cop, flying to the West Coast to see his family for the holiday. And he took a limousine to Nakatomi Plaza, where he found us in our most precarious way. Then he quickly snapped the neck of one of our captors, and down the elevator made him go. And he wrote on his shirt a message of hope. Now I have a machine gun, ho, ho, ho. Here was our Christmas hero. Let's celebrate our Christmas hero. It's Christmas time again, time to fight some terrorists. And we all know who's the best, oh say his name, John McClane. He's a New York City cop, Well, the police came, but soon they started leaving. They did not notice anything amiss. But our hero, John, threw a corpse out a window. 'Twas a season's greeting they could not resist.
Welcome to the party, pal!
In a room full of broken glass, without his boots and stockings, he left a trail of Christmas red behind. But he made it to the roof and stopped us from exploding, then leapt from the building, fire hose entwined. Such is a Christmas hero, a die-hard Christmas hero. Well, the terrorists found out John's wife was in the building and used her as bait for their nefarious trap. But our hero just laughed like a jolly old elf, for he had a handgun duct taped to his back. And he shot them in their faces, and he shot them in their chests. His Christmas spirit, too much for these thugs. And their leader staggered back and fell out the window and landed with a very merry thud. He was our Christmas hero. Let's celebrate our Christmas hero. Yippee-ki-yay, brother. Yippee-ki-yay, sister. Yippee-ki-yay, father. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. For it is Christmas time again. Time to fight some terrorist. And we all know who's the best, so say his name. John McClane. It is Christmas time again, and survival all depends on a man whose biceps are so thrilling and extrajudicial killing. Christmas time again, time to save some Americans, so the holidays are free from boozies. Bless our 80s Christmas movies. Die, 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 if you die this Christmas season. Do, 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 if you do, I'll send a card wishing you the best, and if you die, die hard.
There you have John, the Christmas hero.
Now, how cool is it? I have to say, the audience was completely unprompted,
Right.
and they all yelled John McClane that first time.
I was going to say the same thing. I was there, and I was just
Right?
inspired to say it.
I thought, like, okay, they'll get, because it happens twice, they'll get the second one. Like, I'll yell it the first time.
Right.
And everyone yelled it the first time. And it's like, as a person who's trying to entertain people on stage, there is no better feeling than that. It's so great. So great.
Oh, it's just so like, and
Have fun.
again, that is a microcosm of what everything that night was about. Like, that obviously embraces the whole diehard zeitgeist and has this amazing, again, the musicality of it and the fun that you guys have with it. But again, at the core of it is really great music. So I really hope people check out the music when it's available. Come down to the concert if you're within, the ability to attend something in Bethlehem. Obviously, you have our show this Friday, the 6th, and then you have this one. What is it? 2 Fridays later, right?
It's a Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday
So
the 19th, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks later, but one less day. Thursday the 19th. And
you can pre-order the album also. It's available for pre-order, thechristmassweaters.bandcamp.com. You can get the pre-order the download or pre-order the physical CD itself.
Great. And
18
we will
tracks and over an hour's worth of music.
Yeah, we will link to all of this because it's just easier to capture it that way, and I think people will want to definitely get much more access to this. Here's John Getty, who's tuned in. He said that was great.
I always knew John was a quality human being.
Right?
That's just another Christmas hero, John, right there.
That's right. Exactly.
That's right. We love your gas.
Someone says, can't wait to see the show.
Woohoo!
And then Drew in the Blue says, everyone is killing it.
Yay. Thanks, Drew.
So thank
you
you
for us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all for tuning in, for enjoying all of this music, and for chatting. So please keep the chats coming. George and Alex, thank you so much for joining us here today. Again, apologies for but we're not even we're gonna put it behind us. It's just the Christmas sweaters from this point going forward. We're not even gonna say.
I don't even think about it for a second. Though.
If you if you like the Christmas sweaters, pre-order the music and get ready for their show on the 19th. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you. Have a wonderful holiday.
Absolutely. Have a great holiday.
You too. See you.
David.
Philip.
We are rolling. What did you think of John the Christmas Hero?
I am feeling anthemic after hearing that. Like,
isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I would also find myself humming that in said big box stores if I heard that in the background. Like, you'd be in the aisle looking at some sort of ceramic cookie jar, and then all of a sudden just yell out John McClane at the
John McClane
at the exactly right part.
Yes, and not only that, it's also the other songs too. There's tons of other ones. Like they said, some of them they sound like a sweet song, but if you're listening to the lyrics, they're disturbing. And then there's other stuff where it, like George had talked about, it's this song that sounds kind of grumpy and it's a little bit funny.
And then it takes a turn for
and then all of a sudden it has this very sweet thing.
Yeah.
It's great songwriting. They're both extremely talented. And one other thing about it is, since they both wrote songs, you're not in one noted as far as like the tone. It's like they're alternating. And so you're getting this kind of diversity of the sound as well. And it made for a wonderful night. And that was July. Like, I can't wait for it to be in the season.
I'm presuming it'll just be all beach songs when they sing it at around that time.
Yeah, they're going to put it in the surf rock
the only
genre.
Way, right, exactly. Everything was just double snare hits in the drums.
Yeah.